All right. Today I'll go ahead and try to clean up this AK for you. Pretty much a standard across the board. All AKs pretty much disassemble the same, and cleaning up is pretty much universal. A few different things. I do have a Yugo AK. This is a Zastava M70, and it is a little different as far as taking it apart. But other than that, this should go across the board as far as how to basically clean your AK, take it apart and clean your AK. So let me go ahead and get started with that. Just taking it apart here. Magazine, safety check. Nothing in there, as you can see. Yep, nothing in there. Alright, let me go ahead and take this apart. So with the Yugo, it is a little different. You would have to essentially press this button here and then push this out. And for most AKs, it's just this part. They don't have this little button right here on the side. Dust cover comes right off. Take your spring out and your bolt, bring that all the way back, pull that out. It's a bolt carrier, I'm sorry, and piston. And take out your bolt, you just go ahead and rotate this, push it in, rotate it, pull it back out. All right. We're taking off this gas guard, hand guard for the gas tube. I usually get this little, like little indent right here that goes slides across the receiver, and I would just pull this out just like this. Use it as a tool. Rotate that, and you'll be able to pull the gas tube out like that. All right. If you want, sometimes you just take this out just for, just get out the way. It's your cleaner rod. I don't really use it. I use actually a bore snake, 30 cal bore snake. All right, so that's it, taking it apart. Now when it comes to cleaning, I got my supplies here. I usually use a bunch of paper towels, Q-tips. Use Bolistol. I use this pretty much for everything. It lubricates and cleans. So just use this. That's it. Grab maybe a couple toothbrushes, some of these guys, some gun cleaning patches. That's it. Or just cut up some t-shirts or something, or even just use the paper towels. But yep, so I'll go ahead and I'll start spraying down a couple of these things. Lay down some paper towels. This Bolistol is pretty good actually, and it's it's eco-friendly, no carcinogens. It's pretty much, it's good for anything, man. And even if it gets on the wood, it's not that bad. So I'll keep that stuff around. But yeah, I'll start off with spraying down, soaking this stuff up, like the bolt. Now I could go further and take apart the bolt as well, and take out the firing pin, which I might need to clean it soon. But I'll have another video on how to take that out and clean the actual bolt and the firing pin. Right on this guy. Pretty much I get everything. Just spray down everything, man. Even in here. Scoop that up. I didn't want to do this. Get a little accurate with it. Put that little straw that come with it. Get it in there. The spring, I sometimes do clean this. What I would do, take this apart, it's kind of like you have to pull this spring down and take it apart. But if I'm just doing a quick clean, I probably just might spray it just a little bit and just wipe it down. Dust cover, I'll get a little in there. It doesn't hurt. Clean, wipe that down too eventually. All right, so if we're in here though, I'll pretty much spray all around here. Probably get the toothbrush, both also for the gas tube, but I'll even get it down inside the barrel, let it drip a little bit, even inside this in the gas, where the gas goes into the gas tube. So I'll probably spray up in there and let it soak a bit, and then eventually just, you know, get it with a bore snake. Spray in there good. I get it good to where it even drips out the rifle, the barrel. That's really, yeah, I don't really get in too much here. I mean, I could just take a toothbrush. I just don't really like getting lube back there, because if you do get some, make sure you just kind of clean it out a little bit, as far as maybe some rubbing alcohol, so maybe like you know, so some carbon is, all the junk don't stick in there. But for the most part, it's the AK. You really don't need nothing too crazy as far as cleaning it up, if you clean it up. All right, after that's been soaking for a minute, man, I'll just go ahead and just wipe these bad boys down. Get all that polystyrene off. And if it's nothing that's gonna be rubbing up against any metal, I probably won't put no more up on there. But yeah, see, it gets a little carbon come off of that. But yeah, I don't really clean my AKs too often. I used to a lot, but nowadays, you know, I be having so many guns, and I just like going to the range and just shoot. I get kind of lazy, but luckily with the AKs, man, you might not ever have to clean them, and then things gonna still work. But it's good to clean them from time to time. Now, if you're doing something like corrosive ammo, I would suggest cleaning them right after. But see, as you can see, I didn't clean these things in ages. With corrosive ammo, they say that you usually, you know, it's basically like a salt base. So what you do is you gotta really flush it out with water. So when you flush it with water, make sure you dry it all the way out, and maybe use something like a lube too right after, so you don't end up getting rust from the water. But definitely with corrosive ammo, you definitely want to clean, at least wash it out with water right away to get that corrosive stuff up out your platform. Now with this piston here, you're not gonna get it super duper clean, as you can see. Let me see here. You're gonna get some kind of, always gonna get some kind of like carbon caked up on there. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I would just make sure that, you know, right here, these little, like, I guess you could call it like piston rings, are pretty much clear enough. I guess because that causes the compression, I guess, from in the gas tube. I mean, you could really be anal about it and go ahead and like soak it in some polystyrene, let it break down a little bit, and maybe take like one of these like brushes. This is pretty much good on steel. I think this is like some kind of copper, or some kind of lighter, less abrasive metal that won't really kill your steel or aluminum, whatever this is actually. But yeah, I'm just gonna roughly do that. I'm not gonna bore you with trying to be super duper clean, getting up everything. Now I also have Q-tips. Q-tips help a lot, man. I'll go ahead and go right in here where where the actual bolt the rotating bolt goes in and rubs up in, you might get a lot of gunk up in there. So, and you know, paper towel can only get so much, can't really get in them nooks and crannies. But I'll go ahead and take a Q-tip to that. Now the wear on these Yugos, man, is just pretty much normal, man. It's been, I probably put about man, well over 1,000 rounds. Maybe not so much 2,000 rounds, but I put a lot of rounds in it, and so far everything's so good. I know recently I've been on Reddit, and they usually say something about this bottom part of the bolt carrier and how it's thin, and I guess some people had it snap off from using maybe some like enhanced like AOG trigger or something like that. But I mean, I don't use no enhanced trigger or anything, but I mean, I have no issues. And like I said, I put a couple that like 1,000, maybe 2,000 rounds through this, maybe more, to be honest. I mean, I had 2 AKs. I really don't remember how often I shoot them, or how much rounds I put through them. But yeah, that's it for the most part. Not too much gunk gets in here, but sometimes I'll get like, man, what I usually have, I have like I get like I have a Glock, comes with like a brush, and that fits in here. I usually just like maybe or like a rod, and I will stick it with some patches, and I'll clean up in there. That's where the spring goes in. But like I said, it really isn't, I don't really think too much gunk gets in there. But if I go in depth and I want it super duper clean, like I'm gonna put this thing up for months on months, I'll probably try to get this pristine and spotless. But for the most part, this should be good, just to, you know, something to do, clean it up a little bit. All right, now get the bolt. Now, like I said, all this stuff been soaking in Ballistol for a minute now, and you know, it makes it easier just getting some of this grime off. Now you hear that? That's your firing pin. Mine is a little sticky, so I probably will go ahead and take this apart. If not in this video, but I'll make another video showing how to clean your bolt, like thoroughly, to get that firing pin freed up to where you can hear it going back and forth, and like you'll hear that drop. Firing pin, I don't know if I said firing bolt or firing pin, but you know, I'll get a Q-tip, start getting these little crevices with the ejector, and where the actual casing sits in, and where the firing pin actually strikes the primer. You get a lot of gunk in there. Sometimes these little picks are cool. My bad, I got no rubber band. These are plastic, and you can really get in there when you break down some of this carbon that's in there. Sometimes folding a paper towel, get in there too. Also, it's good to not get like any kind of liquid or lube in here. Make sure it dries out, because you do want this firing pin to move pretty freely in here. But yeah, yep, that's it right here. Nice and clean now. Clean as it's gonna be, put it that way. All right, next I'll probably get this little guy. I sprayed a little bit. This is the spring, the recoil spring. And to take this out, you would do pretty much this right here. And you would pinch right here, and this will come off. And then you could take off the spring and then the connecting rod that's in there. Which, I mean, I could do. Let me show you. So, just pull this out. Pull these apart. And this will come out. Just like that. And hold it. Make sure you hold it because that thing will spring out. But now you got your spring out. And these two rods, which now you could take apart just like that. I mean, sorry it was kind of hard to see, but I mean, once you do it, it won't be hard. Once you get it apart, you'll see. It's kind of common sense. But yeah, I sprayed it down, so I wiped it off. Now, AKs, man, they will run. So, like, even if this thing is dry as hell, you know, drier is actually the better, I would think, because, you know, if there's some lube on there, you know, it will attract more of the dirt and grime, and it will stick on there. So, I really like to just really only lube parts that are like rubbing up against some other metals. Or I might like lightly spray this with some bottle stall, or like instead of spray it, I'll just like get a little bit on my hand and just rub it down a little bit, or put on a paper towel, rub it down just a little bit, just not so it's caked up on there. Get that spring I sprayed down, probably just wipe it down a bit. All right. Oh, and let me go ahead and put this back together. So, like that. Put that in like that. You'll get your spring. Fish that through. Oh, put myself in the eye almost. All right, now this guy, you have to compress it and get that right back on there. Oh, almost lost him. All right, so this you gotta spread it apart and get it back in these holes that hold the spring in place. Oh, almost lost it. I see it right there. Hold on. Sorry about that. Alright, this is why I really don't like taking this thing apart. Alright, there you go. Back to normal. No dog hair on there. Alright, so I got the bolt carrier, the bolt carrier piston, or that clean. Probably get this gas tube now. Man, with this guy, I probably use whatever you got, man, to be honest. Like, I would just probably use a paper towel, clean up in there. Shove this in. Like that. Just get up in there. If you can, pull it out from the other side. If not, just, you know, just keep trying to push this in there and cleaning it out. I mean, there is a lot of carbon that's going to be in this. See, I had to push it through on accident, but just push it right out. Yeah, as you can see, and get some carbon. It's where all the gas is spit up into, so you're going to get a bunch of carbon out there. But for the most part, it looks pretty damn clean in there. I don't know if y'all can see. Maybe one more pass through should do it. Yeah, looks pretty dang clean to me. I don't know if I can get an angle here. Where's the camera for? Oh, right there. Yep, that's what you're looking at. Nice and clean in there. Now, lucky I bought these paper towels, man. My wife would kill me. I'll use all these damn paper towels. So stuff that she bought, but I kind of keep them on deck at the house, man. So make sure you keep paper towels on deck, or just get an old cloth and just use that every time to clean it. But yeah, I'll get up in there, some of this gunk, where the actual gas tube connects to the front trunnion. That should be good. All right, now for the main receiver and barrel, you know, I spray that down. Like I said, I don't worry about getting, you know, the bottle stall on the wood and everything. If anything, it'll probably help it out. You know, bottle stall is good for that. Yeah, for this, I'll probably just, like, you know, get another maybe paper towel or Q-tip and get that bottle stall that I sprayed up in here. Up in this gas port. That can get a little gunky. Get a Q-tip. Up in there. That's not bad. That's not bad for, you know, many times I probably shot it. Probably not much. People probably clean their AKs a lot less than what I do. Yeah, get that all cleared out. Sometimes I'll get like a toothbrush. I'll probably just do that, you know. Just brush all this stuff out. There's like some, see some like metal shavings up in there. All that stuff out. Yep. Maybe not, again, take a Q-tip. It's dirty. Clean up on this, you know, the feed ramp right around the, where the barrel enter. Where the barrels, where the bullets enter the barrel, the chamber. Get all that. See all that. Probably should have took a paper towel, get some of most of it out first before I get the intricacy of it. Even get in here too, where the gas tube goes in and the piston. Get all that stuff up in there. But yeah. So then after that, spray a little more maybe. Get up in that barrel. Let it drip. And I'll take this 30 cal bore snake I bought from Walmart and go ahead and just fish that through. Just like this. I don't know if y'all can see, my bad. Probably don't got a great angle. But yeah, see, comes right out this end. And just run that through a couple times. Just make sure it line up right. Just like that. One more time, maybe two more. But I'll show you how clean it looks right after. Run that through again. I heard that thing. It probably do sound clean already. Let me see here. If y'all can see how nice that barrel look. Look at that. Look at that. That's some James Bond stuff right there. Yep. That's that. Alright, and that's pretty much it. But you know, let me go ahead and catch a Q-tip on here. Get some of this stuff on the muzzle brake, the slant brake. Now, if you really want to go in and clean maybe the threads, you could press this detent pin right here, and oh man, that's right. This is it's opposite. It's not righty tighty. It's righty loosey, lefty tighty at this point. So you have to loosen this muzzle. It's opposite of what you're probably used to. But yeah, you go clockwise to loosen it. But yeah, there you go. This guy, you know, if you want to get it, you can clean this, wipe this down too. Probably has some Bolistol in it or some whatever you're using to clean up whatever you're spraying on your stuff. Some stuff is caked up on there. Just spray that. Brush up on that. You know, also too, man, just cleaning up and taking apart your rifle and, you know, any kind of your guns is, even if, you know, you just do a rough cleaning of it, it's always good to be able to know your gun and, you know, to be able to take it apart and know the parts, even though, like, you know, even me, I probably don't know, like, probably been saying the name of certain parts wrong or whatever it may be, but at least I know if somebody was to show me to talk about it, I know what they're talking about. Even if I don't know the proper name of this stuff. Yeah, man. Pretty much it. That stuff is caked on there pretty good. Yeah, maybe even do this one more time for good measure. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Now I pretty much just lube certain parts that maybe be touching a lot of metal, like the my bolt carrier and my and where my receiver they will rub up against. Maybe put a little lube on the bolt. That should help a little bit as far as any place that you think that metal is gonna rub on metal on the action of the gun. So you got your bolt. What I like to do is put a little lube on this bolt, right where it's gonna be rubbing. That's right here. Just put a little on my hand too, just a little. Not spray directly on there, just massage it in a little. Spray a little in here. Little lube right there. Rub that in. That's where like the bolt is actually gonna be rubbing up against the carrier. So put that back. Here's how you put that back. You gotta lock it in there. Just like that. Oh, forgot to put the gas tube in. Gas tube. Now this, you gotta make sure this clamp part allows access. It's in the right position, just like that. All right. Then put that back in place, right on that notches, the dimple. Get your bolt carrier in and bolt. Oop, see, don't do that. It will fall right off. Put it back just like this. All right. Bolt go back in place, just right up top in that gas tube. Now this is where you have to line it up with the receiver. As a matter of fact, since that's where there's gonna be a lot of contact rubbing, I would actually spray a little lube right there. Oh, that's too much. Too much for what I like. Yeah, just get a little in there. I might even just spray it to where I get a drop on there. Just like, oh, right there. And just dab it on there. Yep, just like that. All right, I'll put that back. All right, push that right in there. Slide it forward, just like that. All right, get your spring, put it back. Now this right here, I like to keep this not pushed in and have the actual spring laying on that where it's not fully in. Like say if I press it right here, that will lock into place. That'll be hard to get my dust cover in if I don't. If I do that, so leave it not pressed in, just to have a rest on there. Now you got your dust cover. Slide that in. It's lined up. Now you press that button. Boom, that locks it in. That's it. Put it all together. Make sure everything's smooth, function check. Yep. Works great. Well, that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning in. And my bad for I make all this mess. And thanks for tuning in. Next time.